last week we brought you some beef quality assurance tips for the ongoing fall run. While there are still several considerations to keep in mind when it comes to the cattle side of things, there are some other things that the driver should keep in mind before that long haul.
Yeah, so whenever a driver is about to make a long trek with a group of cattle, we often tell them, get the cattle loaded as quickly as possible, but they need to do that in a calm manner. They need to make sure that they're not stressing those animals out before they put them on the truck, that they're not bumping each other around in there too much as they're going into the trailer, causing any additional bruising. A couple other things that they should be cognizant of is when they do got to make stops, they need to make those stops as quickly as possible, especially depending on what kind of ambient temperature we're dealing with outside. So if we're transporting cattle in more the warmer months like August, September, if we had to do early weaning like we did this year, there's a possibility that it's super hot. We need to move those cattle as quickly as possible so that they're not sitting on the trailer for long periods of time with being exhibited to that heat stress. When it's colder, as we roll into these fall cooler months, we need to make sure that we're paying attention to the how cold it is and what the wind chill factor might be for those animals. We don't want to cause any damage to the frostbite or anything like that. Typically, we don't see that unless the hide or the animal is wet in some way. That's when the most stress is exhibited, when they're wet and cold. With the drought that we're experiencing right now, we don't see a whole lot of moisture in the air. We're not too concerned about that, but that's something that drivers need to be aware of.
If you have any questions or concerns about transporting cattle, we would suggest you take a quick visit over to the website beef.unl.edu. There you can find everything you need to know about BQA guidelines and nutritional advice for your herd and really everything in between.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you, free with an FNBO checking account.